Welcome to By Excellence Tutorials, and today we are looking at kinematics. Yeah, this is kinematics question. Yeah, so just a gentle and quick reminder. If you are in need of a tutor in physics or in mathematics, you can easily get in touch with me by getting the contact detail in the description box there. And if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly do so and make sure you click on the notification bell so that you get notified each time I upload a new video. Yeah, so let's solve this question now. So a new game has been invented where the player has to combine a dive from a board with shooting of a basketball through a hoop. See the figure below. Unfortunately, I failed to get the figure, the diagram. As a student of PHY 101, you decide to take part in this game. During your practice session, you realize that while standing on the diving board 4.5 meters above the water, you are able to score into the hoop with a horizontal distance of 6.5 meters away from the board and 1 meter above ground level. Question A says, with what speed did you launch the basketball? Okay, so we want to find the launch speed. So that is pretty, I think it's not that hard. So the first thing that we need to find here is the time it takes. Okay, once we find the time, finding the speed is going to be easy. So how do we find time? So we write the equation of motion, which we have final height minus initial height equal to t plus half gt squared. So this is our A. And then we say, okay, so this is case. So this ball is coming, we have we have 1 meter minus 6.5. No. Is it 6.5? No, it's 4.5. Sorry, we have 4.5 equal to, so we don't have the velocity in the y when this ball is thrown. We don't have the velocity, the initial velocity. In short, the initial velocity in the y is 0. So we have 0, and then we have half times the gravitational acceleration, and then times time. So here we get 3.5 minus 4.91 t squared. So t is going to be basically negative 3.5 over 4, negative 4.91. And this is giving us so this is giving us 0.844 seconds. So that is the time that it takes, or it took, the ball to reach the basket. Okay, so now from here we can be able to say, okay, so if that is the time, then what is the launch speed? Let me say t equal to 0.844 seconds. So that I erase here and use this part. So now we we know the range is initial speed times time. This is the equation. And then we can make in V naught the subject of the formula. So we have V naught equal to, the range here is 6.5 meters by time 0.44 seconds. And our initial speed or launch speed is 7.7 meter per second. So that is how you calculate question A. You would have calculated the launch speed. So for question B, okay, now you step off the diving board and launch the ball in order to make a basket into a hoop that is at horizontal of 3.75 meter. At what time after stepping off the board should you launch the ball? Okay, so now we have to calculate the time now it takes. Okay, so let's say we calculated time. Okay, so how do we differentiate this? So let me say T1. Okay, we need to calculate T1, the time it can take, or it takes to launch the ball at a distance of 3.75 or horizontal, and making sure that it also, you make a basket into a hoop at this distance. So what is the time that is going to take? So we have time equal to, from this equation here, time is going to be equal to x over v naught. So now our range now is 3.75, and then our launch speed we have 7.7. So this is meter per second, and this is meters. So our T1, so our T1, which is the time that is going to take for 3.7 meters distance. So we get 0.487 seconds. Okay, so now from here, from this one is where now we get to calculate now the time now that we've been asked to find after diving or after stepping off the board. Okay, after stepping off the board, at what time should it be? Should you launch the ball? So the time will be, let me say, time prime. So that will be the time that you need to launch the ball. At the time you need to launch the ball will be the time that we calculated area that you launch at the 6.5 meters. So it was 0. Okay, let me say, it's going to be like this, sorry. It's going to be T minus T1. So we have 0.844 minus 0.487 seconds. So the time will be that will be 0.357 seconds. Okay, so that's our B. So I'm going to erase the first part. Okay, I'll erase the first part so that we can solve the last one. Okay. So now here at this point, all we need to calculate now is the vertical component of speed. The x component is the same. It's the same, initial and final is the same. So we need just to calculate the vertical component now. So now, how do we get to calculate the vertical component now of this ball? What are the horizontal and vertical components of the ball's velocity at the instant of launch? Okay, so now what we get? So the equation is that that we're going to use. So this velocity that we are looking for is after stepping off the board. It's not when he was at the height of 4.5. It is after stepping off the board. So now we know that it will go to rest. So the final velocity is going to be 0, and we have initial. And then we have our negative 9.81. And then the time after stepping off, that was T prime that we found, 0.357. So our initial speed component, of course, let's say this is y. It's important to put subscript so that you don't get confused. So we have 0.357. So we have 3.5 meter per second. So this is the initial speed in the y. And then okay, so now we get to calculate now for the x is the same. It's the same with v naught, which is 7.7 meter per second. So that is how you get to calculate the velocities. Okay, thank you so much for watching.